Maxwell is a saddle tank engine like Maxie, but he is painted black with red stripes. He had come to the South Roman Railway on short notice. Miss Lindsay brought him to help with the shunting duties, which makes him feel very proud of it. Because usually Maxwell was to be the station pilot, that he can arrange cars and coaches for the other engines to take. All of them liked him because Maxwell has been a good friend to them ever since he had arrived. One day, Maxwell was waiting to leave with his passengers. But unfortunately, the signal was down, so he couldn't go. Bother! I've been waiting for this for an hour. What kept the signal? Then, all of a sudden, Joanne shoved in with some freight cars. As she came into the siding, she was very tired indeed. Hello, Joanne. What's the matter? These freight cars have been troublesome all morning. I can't seem to get them in line anymore. Oh, well, I'm sure cars don't mean to harm you. Besides, they were just having fun like some were back in my days of the Great Western. Cars are all innocent, and just remember this motto: sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. You're certainly right about that, but still, Josh won't leave me alone about this. He keeps on mocking me and telling me that I should be working hard enough to make up for lost time with freight cars, because if I don't, I ought to be slow and out of date. Who's Josh? Josh is my brother. He and I are the E2 class tank engines who have been saved from scrap by our friend Dexter. Miss Lindsay had brought us to do some shunting duties, and she gave my brother a new name besides Cash that he used to be called. That's why a name Josh suits him well. I see. Well, don't you worry about a thing. I'll talk to Josh right now. Hopefully he will see some sense before it's too late. And with that, Maxwell set off with his train. A far bit down the line, Maxwell came up towards Josh. He creeped up alongside of him. Josh, the Barrington tank engine, was absolutely shocked by Maxwell's sudden entrance. What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. Go away! Actually, I won't do such a thing. Now, what have you been doing to Joanne lately? I'm just teasing her. Can't that poor engine take a joke? Uh-huh. I see. You know what? Just keep on what you're doing, being the pride of the line and all that stuff, because it's really growing on me. It really is. And with that, Maxwell puffed away chuckling. Josh was confused. It's just a joke. He set off when the signal dropped. Josh continued on down the line until he reached the yards, before he had to pick up a train. He was feeling pleased because he hadn't taken freight cars in such a long time. He hoped that his job of taking passengers would be over. After he had shunted his coaches, he set off into the yards. Josh eventually came into the yards where he was greeted by a lot of freight cars. All of the freight cars sang songs rude and loud. But Josh was determined to show the freight cars that he meant business. Josh did a good job intimidating the freight cars, until he came to the last one who was the leader of the cars. Hey, Josh, do you remember a few months ago when we had you tricked? I guess so. Can you be more specific? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Actually I don't. I don't remember that happened a few months back. You're just saying it in your imaginations. With that, Josh set off with the freight cars. In no time, Josh had gathered a long freight train. The shunter fastened the coupling, and the conductor blew the whistle, and Josh was off. Josh was relieved that he got to his destination unhurt. Unfortunately for Josh, there was trouble. The crane manager was hauling a very heavy piece of cargo. Rather unfortunately, the chain was too weak for the crate, and then all of a sudden, it happened. Josh was covered from funnel to firebox in a very sticky substance. Then there was more trouble. The barge driver noticed Josh covered in that sticky substance, but she didn't pay attention to where she's heading to, and her package went flying up into the air. That too crashed right into Josh. The stick substance was sucked up by the item that hit Josh. Botheration! I need to get cleaned up. Hurry up! I'm in an engine with lots of need. Now scrub me down please before Maxwell and Joanne gets here. But I'm afraid that Maxwell and Joanne had already found out about it. When the two engines arrived to the scene of the accident, they couldn't help to laugh and giggle. Hey Joanne, do you want to hear a joke? Josh couldn't do anything about the situation he was in, just decided to listen to what Maxwell and Joanne had to say.